Hey guys, this is going to be my submission for the competition that PwnXile is putting on. I'm pretty sure Rob or Ed is putting it on. And this is also going to be promotion for our new channel that my brother and I are creating. My brother is a maxed player, 99 everything. He has a couple 200 mil stats. And then I used to be 99 everything, but I stopped playing, made a new account after the reset and about a year ago. And currently I am playing on this account. I made a pure and I want to play on it. And yeah, so let's get on with the tutorial. So this is going to be a Barrows guide for pures. I think I mentioned that already. And for most people that don't know, a pure in general for me, this is my pure, low defense, 99 range and mage and strength and HP. And with that setup, you basically want to use melee, but in this game it's a little bit different than RuneScape. For most of you guys that played RuneScape in the past will realize that melee is stronger in RuneScape. But in PwnXile, I've noticed throughout my Barrowing days that if you use range on all the brothers, it is actually much faster. So what you want to do is you want to have equipment stats kind of like this. Proselyte is for the prayer boost. I do have 95 prayer for turmoil. Some of you might not. You might have to settle for either piety or ultimate strength, which is like 34 prayer. I'll make a prayer guide in the future, but for now this is basically the setup that you're going to be looking for. You could use an Ava's accumulator if you want instead of a fire cape. Make sure you bring diamond bolts ease. I was testing this out with dragon bolts instead of diamonds, and actually diamonds won. You want this switch down here to where these for melee. You can swap out. Remember this, guys. You can swap it out for lower gear or better gear. This is more of a welfare gear, as they say in RuneScape. Where it's like cheap gear. You could switch any of this out for Berserker Ring and Archer's Ring, like full range stuff. But this is mostly a pure guide. I will be making a higher level guide. I might have my brother commentate it, considering it'll be his account. So yeah, let's get it on, guys. First off, let's get to Barrows, how to get there. So you're going to click to your Magics tab, and you're going to notice that you want to go to your Minigames teleport. So this is going to be different for those of you who are Ancients and those of you who are Lunars. But for us, it's the L, but you just have to search around the different tabs, and everyone is like Monster, PKing, etc. And you'll find Minigame. And at the top, it's Barrows. Alright guys, now that you're at Barrows, you want to make sure you bring your spade, and you want to make sure you have all your sharks. These are not a necessity, but they're nice to have. Make sure you have your pots and all that, and when you're ready, pot up your ranging, and let's start with Dahark. So Dahark, you need to melee protect, and he's pretty easy as long as you keep your melee protect on. For the most part, you won't have a problem with him. So when you have your range out, this is what I've noticed. The diamond bolts tend to hit very high against Dahark and other melee brothers. And people will you'll see people here with melee armor, you'll see people here using all sorts of armor. And for some reason, I've just noticed as a pure at least, maybe when you have a Vesta Long and you're a higher level player, then melee will go quicker. But as for now, that's not true. So once you've killed him, turn off your prayer, pick up your bolts, and continue on to the next player. So since you have potted range, you're going to want to continue using range because otherwise it's a waste of a pot, right? So this is the southern mound here is Guthans. So once again, you're going to want to pray melee. You're going to put on your range prayer and set up to fight some Guthans. So Guthan's another easy one. Pretty much all of Barrows is very easy. And the reason you guys might be asking yourselves or wondering is, why do we do Barrows, or what's the purpose of Barrows? And to be honest, the main reason for Barrows is to make money and to gain PXP and to get, the armor. Barrows is like one of the best armors in the game. You can get it pretty quickly, and sometimes you get glitches like this, guys. Just kind of move around until everything hits back to normal. That's what I usually do. PwnXile is not very glitchy, or it can be glitchy, but if you can't move, if you ever get to a point where you're isolated, then you're going to need to teleport. But yeah, the rewards from this are usually, I'm pretty sure they are 10 PXP and possible Barrows item rewards, and usually always runes. So you got to remember that, you're always getting compensation for your runs. Oh, sometimes they do that, they red bar, and you're like, oh crap, is he dead? And you can get smacked for a pretty big hit here. Just be careful there when you're pure if you have a lower HP level. For me, I have 99, so even if he hits me like 6 times, the odds of me dying are very low. But as a pure, as you can see, it can be quite slow doing this. So if you are doing this for money, it can be quite profitable, but at the same time, it's all depends on your hits. So now we're going to switch to our melee gear here. switch to our DDS. We're going to pot up for attack and strength, and we're going to be fighting in the very southernmost mound, Carol's. And Carol's is range oriented, so you want to protect from range, and you want to put on turmoil or ultimate strength or piety. And he's actually in the chest, so what happens here is we return to him at the very end of our run. So since we've already potted attack and strength, let's go to the north mound, one mound north, and we're going to be at Aram's. So at Aram's, we're going to want, he's mage oriented, so we're going to want to switch to mage prayer, turn on turmoil once again, a melee based attack, and let's spec him out with a DDS. You can use any spec weapon for this, claws, AGS perhaps, anything that really works. And once he dies, you're going to make sure that your kill count goes up and you can move on. You'll notice now that sometimes there are glitches in this game where you'll get a kill and it'll say you never got it. I'm not sure if it happens as frequently as it used to, but if it does, you just have to run through all the brothers again, make sure you see them. And see here, this is meleeing. You can melee him, it's much slower, but if you switch to your range gear, you'll notice you'll hit much higher on him, much quicker. And you'll get runs done much quicker, much faster. Use quicker in the same sentence twice. But yeah, very easy, guys. So this is Varric. Varric, once again, in real RuneScape, he could hit through your prayer, but in this game he can't. So it makes Barrows practically always doable as long as you have Protect from melee on. For those of you who are pures and you don't have 43 prayer, Barrows is not worth it. If you do not have 43 prayer, Barrows is not worth it, and I warn you that ahead of time so that you don't come here. Every monster will just smack you. Every boss or brother, as you'll call them, will just destroy you, and it's not going to be fun, and you're going to be kind of pissed off. So I'm going to repot range here. You'll notice that in this game, pots are rather cheap, so hoarding them like you do in many other games is not really necessary. You kind of just want to keep get your kills up, go quicker and quicker. And to do that, sometimes people will find themselves potting every other kill, or every kill even for that matter, because they want to get the highest hits that they can. But for the most part, as a pure, this is only a little bit slower than if you used a main account and went in here with a Vesta Long and stuff. Because right there, you're hitting 30s and 20s constantly. And the bolts, they can be expensive, but the rewards that you're getting from Barrows will ultimately pay the price. So as you can see, we've killed all 5 brothers, and now it's to kill the 6th one, which was hidden in the chest. So we go back to the southernmost, 2 Carols. We bury under, we put on our melee gear because once again he does use range, so Arams and Carols we use a melee against. So here we go, see our spec, so we highlight our spec. This is when you search the chest, so before you search your chest, make sure you put on the correct prayer. You put on your melee prayer and you click on the chest, and there he is, Carol the Tainted. I think I can get another spec on him here. I can, great, and then remember to right click, it's very useful in this game. Usually if, let's say you're in the same room as somebody else and we both have, like here, we both have Dahark the Wretched, let's just say that were the case, and he was here first and then I come, then yours will always be the bottom Dahark. Remember that, so you're not clicking on multiple Daharks or multiple Carols, because Carol you can never move, same with Arams, and it can be kind of a bummer when you have 6 people in the same room killing Carol or Arams. Because you can't see which one's yours. Just remember, you're the one who's most recently spawned is always at the bottom. And here my prayer dropped. That's scary. You don't want that to happen. And right after Carol dies, which he should any second now. Alright, he's dead. So this is going to be ending our run, guys. What you do here is you open the chest, and yep, Torag's plate body. That's the 3rd trip in a row that I've gotten a Barrows item. So as you can see, guys, it's very profitable. I'm going to go, what I usually do here is I home telly. I run through, I recharge my prayer, I bank, I do everything normally. It's very profitable, guys. I've done 3 trips tonight, and here are the items that I've gotten. I've gotten a Darok helm and a Carol's crossbow and a Torag's plate body and multiple runes that'll help me get 90. Well, I have 99 range, but mage, but they will help me in PKing because I love to PK. So yeah, I'll be back later, guys. Wish me luck on this competition, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll be making new videos and update videos as I try to max this account, get 99 everything other than my pure stats. But yeah, we'll see you guys. Peace out.